Hello everyone, it's Angie. Thank you so much for joining me for today's topic of a critical mind. If you have that critical voice in the head that's always pointing out the negative, always looking at the bad and overlooking the good, this video is for you. I want to explain to you a little bit about why your mind is doing this. And if you're wondering if you have a critical voice or not, most of us know. But if you do, you're probably staying in a lower emotional state most of the time. You're most of your day, either sad or upset. And I want to talk to you about why your mind is doing this. So your mind has decided at some point that this is an amazing tool to a form of control. So it's using this to get something that it needs. So one of those things that it may be needing is attention or sympathy. So at some point in your life, you as a kid maybe were sad or feeling upset, and you got a benefit out of that. Someone may have talked to you, or may have given you attention, or may have given you a hug, and your mind decided at that point, that's actually a really good thing. So in order to get that love and that attention, all I have to do is be in a sad mood. But to be in a sad mood, I need to focus on the negative things. I need to focus on the bad in my life. And so it's still doing that. But you as an adult, you're ready to feel good. You want to have days filled of happiness, and you want to find other ways to get that love and that attention. So attention is one thing. The second thing, your mind may be using this to punish others. And this will not make a lot of sense, but if you think about it, we've all kind of done it. So maybe you have some issue with someone and it upsets you, it disappoints you, you're frustrated about it, and this person knows it. And they may apologize for it, but instead of letting it go and being happy now, you stay in that lower emotional state in order to punish the person. This is a form of control of saying, you know what, you did this, so I'm going to punish you with my bad mood to ensure that you don't do this to me again, because you don't want to suffer this. Like, you don't want to be around me when I'm upset and in a bad mood. If I were to get over this and let this go, if my mind let this go really quick and I got back into a happy state, then you may think what you did to me is okay, and you may continue to treat me this way. So it's a form of control or manipulation where the mind is reminding you of the story, creating the story of you as, look what they did to you, and creating all this suffering. So it keeps you in the lower state. The lower state punishes the other person, and in some way your mind thinks, okay, well, they won't do that again because you punish them so much with your lower mood. So those are the two reasons why your mind may be doing what it's doing. So we want to break free from this. You want to have more moments of happiness in your life. And to do that, we have to come away from this habit of critical thinking that creates the low mood, that gets this benefit or this desired outcome. So 3 things that we are going to do is we are going to learn a new way of fulfilling that need for love. Think about it. The people that you're around right now, when they're happy, you want to be around happy people. They're more fun to be around. People who are sad all the time or in a bad mood, you kind of avoid. You know, if they call you on the phone, you're kind of like, okay, I need to get off the phone really quick. But if you're talking to someone who's fun, who's happy, who's in a good way, you want to be around that person. You want to spend time with them. So when we help the mind see this, that there's an actual benefit to being happy, then it starts to look and point out the great things about life. It starts to create this new habit of looking at the good, so it can keep you in this place so that you can attract people around you to give you that love and that attention. The second thing that we're going to do is remember that unhappiness is not a weapon. It may have worked in the past, but it's just outdated. We're not going to use that anymore. We're not going to punish other people with our bad mood to try to control their behavior, to try to prevent them from mistreating us again. It's just an outdated belief, and we're going to do away with that one. The third thing is no negative stories allowed. We're going to catch our mind and see if we're staying in a sad or an upset mood all the time, what story is our mind telling us? A lot of times our mind will take in events that happen, situations that happen, and put a little negative spin on it to make sure that we're the one in the role of the victim. We're the one that was mistreated, something was done wrong to us, and that's why they said this, this, and this. It turns very suspicious. It's like, oh, I know why they did this, or I know why they did that. They wanted me to feel bad. They wanted me to suffer. And so actually you are suffering because your mind's created this story. So that's the third thing. No more negative stories allowed where you're placed in the role of victim. So I want you to go over to the workbook The workbook's going to ask you some questions. You're going to go through those questions and apply this content to your personal life so that you can see, well, what am I doing? What benefit am I getting by staying in this bad mood? Am I using it as a form of control? And then we're going to teach you some ways to come away from those patterns and away from those mental habits. All that it does is creates a life of sadness or frustration or constant upset. And you're ready now. You're ready to come away from that. You don't need the critical mind anymore. And once it realizes you don't need it, it will change its mental habits and go to a happier state of being. I want you to go do your workbook, go to the website, check out all the other wonderful stuff that we have available for you. And thank you so much, and good luck on changing those habits and turning that critical mind into a positive one.